Usiafo mampanyi John Dramani Mahama ede nhyehyɛ foforo bi aba ya sabrede anie wabomu na kyerɛ wadon nhyehyɛ ya Mmdces ebetumi de ate wo mpotam nwan ne wabomu na kyerɛ wado wantumi amiti sa nhyehyɛ no nso de a ene na kyerɛ nyɛ obi na kuma ntwibo si akɔ na pe na wiawu ene ode ne ti akɔ akwaje enkyirima opese Ghana mpotam ba bia ahunedie ho nsɛm esipisita na yɛhyɛ mu ekena papa ne tumi boa oman no na nhyehyɛ ahodo bi ne mu a ene sabrede enka nsuo da wode ba boa oman no na reset agenda no etumi aboa na yebekɔ eso nyina achi no MPP amanekuo no still wotim ba bia wotim ede opposition de ne propaganda enye won fe dollar ho nsensem ne ade kora ane enua bema bulare ene mrahye bedwane ba akwankomudie mutum se still na enye wo mo fam hu se Mahama onye hwe mfamo asidi mfamo awoma no efiri bra wo bae na ono ankasa tumira kiresie de nti a ohunu sa yebepie mu ewo Aponkye nti a ane sabre maame bi mampanyina basiriwa ontwempana won ayimpanimfo mo twene won kokwam na nempena ena aba ne na de abefie so masabrede maame na agency akosi amena bi ma emu abu akofa asem aba Aponkye ho ntokwa ayese pinso ni nyina wa ha ye de sommo na maame bi so ne ma akosuku fees ka wo mode Kenya man mu wanya sika amfa nkotua school fees no nti ya pam ne ma no anyamo a wonyenye ewo fie ebi ye nkokɔ ne ade wode nkosua ene nkokɔ ne bi wasesa de kosuku mo so de kwa kwoteneka eviso kanka na ni ento obi anim onim obi obenya sika de amana timi asan kosuku enti wache mo ne binya so de kodwom na kwoton na onya sika na de kotua nkoda no school fees sem ye school fee dio sem nye wonde wache mo ne bi abasa monye na momfa mankwada no omuka na so ntibi no ntimi transuku mu ensua wo made tebusua ne nyina na yafuntum France asabre yi behu maami ne mmai na busua wo mti hoi asabre wo monim hantwo nkoda na kosuku aba yenya ayi ya pamo mafiri suku mu yenya sika nkwa anyamo awofia sese yedi biko ne yekwete kaso abrabono no abusua ha aye konkonku TV so sabre subscribe share like ne comment na yankwobo ani akohuman
akasa isi wo Grace Mensa ya wenye mfie aduonum miensa ene ne ho kani a ne din ene ahemfola ono so anya mfie aduonunum entem owura no eprepra no nti ne namu abu ya wasan so anya prekura hodo abia enam so nti wakakodi ayaresa bia woje ayarehwe Priscilla Boache eye maami eba wochire mu se ahemfol ede Aponkyenam eba yese maami emfanye fufuo ene nkrakra nkwan ema no na bra wone namfonom ekotwitwa bi a wo ba senko wo ba bedi aduane no wo ba ye aduane a maame ne de ma ano no na Aponkyenam a wo de ma ano no ebi nim kwan nim eno ene ma papa yi ebufu yi a wo so Grace mene ebro no ye nam so ma wonya prekura hodo ma ne nemu nso ebuye
Grace Mensa 53 years
ana boy no so dey
born by 25
years 25 years ana 53 years
so I don't know the year was the day you kra
ono na tenache
be e ko be 1 year ni
boy na
e be 1 year ko de mini dia minim ya ahemfo
o papa no nim ni
ahemfo na minim e ho na e ho bracket so ahemfo na mo fere ni nti anu na minim
okay na e ba ni sen
yes the word tin ma meti no ono aduane a o ma ne nam bebre ne se dade no ama ne nam kese na koye ntofa boy ne kakan obusa ma me se de ntina nam ba ko pe no ye de wo de ama no na ekoye ntokwa boy no o shiwi onum de oto ne nsa nyina no na ma me so num kakra ne ne dane ntokwa ho ho de enya nkete
papa so ma mi kunu
ontumo me
okay nti
ono bo ma me
no bo
nti eja lo so amana bu amana so ma wan bo di gana to so na de ma me na party ni si tesim no nya kwan eto ana ofo mo to ofo no to ana nti otim no me ne kasa amba ono so ntumi nante.
In this year's budget, that 80% of the revenues accruing to the District Assembly's Common Fund should be paid directly to the Mmdces. I'm happy you clapped. Because to whom much is given, much is expected. So you wait for what is coming. should be paid directly to the Mmdces. This means that more resources are going to be available to all assemblies to implement their development projects and carry out effective sanitation programs to keep our districts clean. Cabinet will soon meet on a decentralization of the sanitation budget and make every district responsible for its own sanitation. And this is the key one. Cleanliness will become one of the key performance indicators for measuring the performance of MMDCs and will determine whether they remain in office or are removed. And now that most of our DCEs have been nominated and confirmed, we'll begin observing the National Sanitation Day program every month. This will be a revived monthly exercise involving all Ghanaians. This time, it will not be a symbolic event. It will be legally backed, it will be properly funded, and it will be operationalized through partnerships with local assemblies and private sector service providers. Greater Accra, as the face of Ghana, must be clean, green, and dignified. MMDCs shall be responsible for ensuring the success of the National Sanitation Day event in their districts. And the law requiring every household to keep their frontage and the drain in front of their houses clean will be strictly enforced. And persons who fail to comply will be sanctioned appropriately. On road infrastructure, I'm aware of the frustrations caused by congestion in the Greater Accra region, poor maintenance of roads, and incomplete road projects. Under the big push, rehabilitation and construction of key road corridors, including the Adenta-Dodowa Road, the La Teshi Link, the Tema Hospital Motorway Road, Apollonia to Oyibi Road, Apollonia people, are you here? Apollonia to Oyibi Road, the Tema Motorway expansion, which is ongoing, and other feeder roads in Ga East, Ga South, and Ningo Prampram, including roads in Shai Osudoku, Adan East, and Adan West, are going to be fast-tracked under the big push. Additionally, we'll reconstruct the road from Dawenya to Afienya, from Afienya to Dodowa, and also from Doryumu to Dodowa, and in addition, the Ashaman to Medina Road will all be repaired under the big push. Under the same program, major expansion works will take place on the Liberation Road, the Polo Court, Airport, Aviance, Elwak to Christ the King Corridor, and on the Ring Road from Kwame Nkrumah Interchange all the way to the La Beach Hotel. We'll also begin the construction of the Greater Accra Outer Ring Road, which will allow traffic that is continuing to the northern part of the country and to the western part of the country to bypass Accra without coming through the city. And so it means trucks and others coming from Lome and going to Kumasi or to Takoradi don't need to come through Accra city. They'll pass on the outer ring road and continue their journey. As a permanent fix to decongest Accra, we'll begin the design and feasibility study for a new city. Some of the government offices and agencies will be moved out of Accra to the new city. I believe that this city would be located somewhere on the Accra Plains, from Mmdces, straddling across Greater Accra, Eastern region, and Volta regions. The city will straddle 3 regions. The city will stretch to the banks of the Volta River, and there will be a railway link and an expressway that will link the new city to Accra. Chieftancy disputes. While governments constitutionally cannot interfere in the internal matters of traditional institutions, we're deeply concerned by the impact of unresolved disputes on the development of our traditional areas in Greater Accra. I therefore urge all traditional councils to utilize the structures of the national and regional houses of chiefs to resolve matters of chieftaincy with dignity, through dialogue, and with mutual respect. The Ministry of Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs stands ready to support and facilitate any resolution mechanisms fairly and neutrally. Distinguished elders, one issue that was repeatedly raised during my engagement with communities across this region was the matter of state lands and ancestral Dangbe lands. These concerns are valid. I understand the historical injustices and emotional death tied to this matter. As a result, one of the first directives I issued upon assuming office as president was to direct the Lands Commission to halt all sale and processing of all government lands. This directive is still in force. Following the receipt of the oral committee report, the Attorney General initiated investigations into the alleged looting of prime government and Gadangbe lands that were sold to individuals with political influence, some for as low as 45,000 Ghana cedis. Meanwhile, these are lands whose values run into millions of cedis. It is in that spirit that I announced that following these investigations, we will consider the formation of a commission of inquiry to investigate the acquisitions, allocation, and use of public lands in Greater Accra. This commission will work with our chiefs, legal experts, historians, and affected communities to produce a comprehensive report, and this outcome will guide a lasting and just solution to a matter that has festered for far too long. Under healthcare delivery in this region, we will aim to transform the quality of outcomes for our healthcare. We therefore intend to upgrade the Greater Accra Regional Hospital into a full teaching hospital. That is the Rich Hospital. We'll also construct Rich Hospital Phase 2, which will increase the capacity of that hospital as a teaching hospital in Greater Accra Regional Hospital. The Rich Hospital will also have an affiliation to the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons. This will enhance specialist training and reduce referrals outside the region. Furthermore, we will expand CHIPS compounds in peri-urban communities like Botiano, Pung, SH0CK to ensure that primary health care is accessible and reliable. And all new CHIPS compounds we'll build, we're going to include accommodation for the health workers who man the CHIPS compound. Let me commend the efforts of the Honorable Regional Minister, Linda Akweli-Oklu, and her Mmdces for their work in improving the street lighting and public safety in Accra. Well-lit communities deter crime and enhance urban mobility. I encourage the continuation and expansion of this initiative and will give it the full support of central government. Government will soon start the distribution and installation of street lights in all districts of Greater Accra. This will be important to promote our 24-hour economy policy, especially for persons who have to work in the night. Under the Market Enhancement Program, the Vice President, Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman, is leading a team that will select important markets across the country for improvement and reconstruction. And I believe that the Dodowa market is one of those that will see improvement. Our revered chiefs, my friends, our citizens, my government is committed to decentralization, local governance, and inclusive development. And that is why you continue to see greater engagement between the presidency and our traditional councils. I'll personally ensure that the voices of Gardangme communities, our fisher folk, our market women, our youth leaders, and professionals in this region are always heard and respected. Let us continue on this path hand in hand, heart to heart. Let us uphold the peace we enjoy. Let us work together to build a greater Accra that reflects the greatness of Ghana itself. Once again, I thank you for your support, your sacrifice, your prayers, and your belief in me. And I wish to assure you that I shall never disappoint you. May God bless the greater Accra region. May God bless our traditional leaders, and may God bless our beloved homeland Ghana and make her great and strong. Here you are,
we're actually currently politicizing somewhat the stability of the dollar. We are politicizing appointments.
Would you commend the government for that? I mean, dollar has actually
dropped
to 12.
Not necessarily.
You wouldn't
not necessarily
comment,
and I'll tell you why. First of all, I believe that there have been some good reserves over the period.
Right.
There have been some management plans by the SH0CK government.
But prudent fiscal policies as well and economic management. Wouldn't you give them that credit? And the Minister of Finance?
I do not think that anything new has been done. And I'm telling you, I've always been honest in my thinking. I do not think that anything new has been done. What hasn't been done is that a lot of contractors have not been paid. Okay? So there is no money in the system. I do not think that the stability of the dollar to this extent, to a larger extent, is because of prudent economic management. I think that the China-US trade war has been a major reason for us seeing all of that. So, well, because they are in government, you will give them the praise.
You give the credit? Yes.
You give them the credit. But I am telling you that that for me is to a larger extent some facade. It's too early. And that's just what I was trying to let you understand. The politicization of everything, including somewhat the stability of the dollar.
So you want us to adapt to the wait and see attitude?
Apart from that, let the institutions and structures work. And when they work, well, if the dollar is going,
10, why not?
I'm enjoying.
Right.
I get to get more. My city is solid. And so I'm happy.
Do you wish the government well?
1,000,000%. I'm paying fees. Right. I'm paying school fees. Right. You are paying school fees. Right. You understand? If you go to SOS, whatever you are going through is crazy. So I would want the government to do well. Well, I didn't hear you talk so much about Galamsey. What's happening to Galamsey?
But he's fighting it. I mean, is he not
fighting? In your opinion, with blue.
The blue police that they've set.
Blue. You don't even know the name, just like me.
I think it's a blue patrol or something.
Well, it's blue water.
Blue water, yes.
This water is
don't you salute that? It's 5 months and they are out there. It's about time.
Yes. Are you telling me that a proper Galamsey can be stopped by a blue water police or whatever?
So you want the military to be in there, not the blue water police or?
President Mahama even told us whilst in opposition that there was going to be a state of emergency within areas that Galamsey is being perpetuated.
But the Minister of Lands, he came to, during his press conference, clarified that
was it the one with the crocodile tears? Is that the reference you are talking about?
No, Honorable Kofi Amabo.
Yeah, why he came crying? Why do you think?
But because he was watching the video, he got emotional. It's not as if he cannot fight.
But does that not confirm that it has become worse? Did you hear the TUC at the May Day? May Day? Yes, they talked about two major issues. One of them is Galamsey has become crazy. It's gone beyond imagination.
Because maybe they are exposing, they are going in there, they are fighting it, they're not leaving them, and that's why the reportage is all over. But they said they are working on it. You don't believe that they will fight it?
The Joy FM guy who's been reporting on.
You asked us.
Find out for me.
Don't call. I was with him in Kumasi. Yeah.
He's dying. He can't even in fact, he's overwhelmed. What are we talking about? We are perpetuating Galamsey like there was nothing like that before. And you know what? I'm
so
more
if
excited.
you should have fought it, if you guys had fought it, it wouldn't maybe have gotten to this time.
President Nana Danko Akufo-Addo, as he then was,
put
his presidency on the line. The Ghanaian people punished him for that. He did anything and everything just to try and suppress Galamsey. People thought he was, people were burning excavators and all the machines for Galamsey. We were being insulted. Now, the Galamsey that you are trying to keep is the Galamsey that when perpetrators, especially foreigners, are arrested, they are
but they are deported.
And you think that makes sense?
The Gold Board says that after May ending, certainly they will be. Yesterday they held a press conference. They said that now under the act, they feel that the best thing to do is for them to go away. Yes, their whatever assets are seized and all of that. Don't you think that is a step in the right direction?
A step.
Is not?
A step that you find a foreigner come deplete your environment, cause all manner of havoc too. Then all you do is put the person back on a plane to
under your administration, Honorable. Didn't you deport Aisha 1?
What happened to Aisha 1? Where is she? She was not deported. She went through trial, due process.
Yes, because she found a way to come in there. The people said, well, let's prosecute her.
So does that not also give you some lessons? That, okay, once upon a time a certain group of people deported someone, but they came back. And why are you thinking that the people you're deporting are not going to come back? I mean, that is not so.
So on the fights with regards to Galamsey, you feel that the government is not doing much or has not done? Yeah, it's terrible.
It's terrible. It's in proportions that are humongous, huge. That I would not in any way think that President Mahama will still be comfortable sleeping at home and be thinking that they should still persist.